how they will lose it. Then all of them vanish in the vast swarm of the elders who tell them persistently that maturity consists of abandoning one's mind, security of abandoning one's values, practicality of losing self-esteem. Yet a few hold on and move on, knowing that fire is not to be betrayed, learning how to give it shape, purpose and reality. So I also took a little courtroom scene out of this book, and which kind of exemplified the whole something that was part of like written in that piece. So it's best exemplified in the courtroom scene between an architect who was Howard Roark, that's his name, who was an innovator who stood for integrity, self-esteem and confidence, and was in a battle against the tradition worshipping establishment. So he constructed a piece of architecture called the Stoddart Temple, which to the architectural brotherhood was so ahead of its time that it decided to try and break its spirit. So this kind of becomes a piece of individualism versus collectivism in man's soul. So the courtroom scene. The courtroom was full of mass reactions and could be expressed only by slow motion running across the spread of hell. The first witness was called upon, a critic and writer of great repute. He tried to prove that the Stoddart Temple contradicted every stone and brick and stone and precept of history. So he said the Stoddart Temple is actually a brazen denial of our entire past, an insolent no flung in the face of history. The building is a monument of profound hatred of humanity. It is one man's ego defying the most sacred impulses of all mankind, of every man on the street, of every man in the courtroom. The next witness was Roark, who despised him for his ability to be so self-sufficient and self-confident. The witness was an architect who made works to gain acceptance within the circle. So what he said about Roark is he didn't care what the client thought or wished, what anyone in the world thought or wished. He didn't even understand how other architects who could care. I don't see what's wrong with trying to please people. I don't see what's wrong with wanting to be friendly and liked and popular. Why is this a crime? The total effect is that of crudeness in architectural illiteracy. It shows no creative imagination or artistic integrity. So on and so forth it went on. And the last woman was like Roark, the perfect priestess. And she said, I don't condemn the piece of architecture, but Roark himself. In what kind of world did Roark build his temple? For what kind of men? When you see a man casting pearls without getting a pork chop in return, it is not against the swine that you feel indignation. It is against the man who valued his pearls so little that he was willing to fling them in muck and to let them become the occasion for a whole concert of grunting transcribed by the courty stenographer. So, well, the Stoddart Temple was brought down, but it didn't dampen Roark's spirit, who went on to become the most famous architect of his era. This came from because of his belief in his...
This is one of my latest works, which I'm again dealing with the same thing of prayer, but kind of taking it forward through history and using a lot of Islamic patterning and women and things. And I'm not understanding exactly why I'm doing this, but it's just like something which is compelling me to do this. So I still have to question myself on this entire thing. So my new works are all of this. And I'll just show you how the transition has taken place initially. How I used to work. So earlier my works were just purely, I'm purely a painter, and how my works have started initially on canvas, and so the layering initially was just all on canvas, and now it's through different mediums and materials. So this is how it started, and these are very early works. Well, in terms of, I enjoy history a lot. So in terms of when I'm even reading or looking at history, I like that it has like archiving and like going through historical images. So maybe there's a subconscious reference in my, when you see something and you kind of portray it. So maybe that's subconsciously kind of.
Wonders that the person who was established here or very little opacity. Each thing you can see through, and even finally the images, they're all almost white, and then it's almost like everything's transparent. You can see through this. And the way you say it, that everything's saying the same thing, as in everything's expressing the same thing. So it's a recurrence on and on of the same thing, which you could go around, you can go inward. So when you talk about psyche, I'm wondering how it kind of overlaps with surrealism, because surrealism always uses repetition as well, and it always uses psychology as a means of exploring this kind of repetition. Magritte has done it, Max Ernst, and so many others have done it. So, what about, I mean, so if all of them are transparent, transparent in the sense you go on seeing through them, but they're the same thing again and again. So, is that how you see your artwork, as something that's just going on as a repetition of, each work just being a repetition of itself?
Yeah, I mean, not repetition exactly like in terms of repeating the same thing, but yes, because in terms of like, it's like you're the same person.